Texas A&M Aggies and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. This is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He'll bring it out. It's Warren. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On the move, it's Morrow. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
I love when defensive backs come up, and they are physical, and they stick their face in the fan, and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Here's Reed to throw. Under fire. Escapes trouble. He'll pull it down and run. Keeps it and gets the first down. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up, and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Gets it to the back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Back to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Working the middle. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. And you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
The run inside. It's Owens. Could be an alley. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Texas A&M going quickly. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, and now they face a 3rd down. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He's going for it all. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Makes the catch. It's Fletcher. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Knocked off his feet.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, we knew this offense came into this one wanting to establish.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
Definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Here's Mensah to throw. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Final play of the quarter coming. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they can't be thrilled using all 3 timeouts here in the first quarter. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Avoids the pressure and gets away. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Mensah. He's going to let it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. Running inside, it's Owens. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's got it again. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Takes a handoff. It's Owens. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. They'll run it. It's Owens. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the returner will be brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the single back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Right back to him on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. On the ground, it's Fletcher. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. He'll run it again. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell.
Why you stop running mid blitz, man? Like you was doing so good with that cheese ass shit at first. Damn, you stopped for some reason. That's crazy as hell. Sorry ass.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Touchdown, sorry ass.
He's finally brought
Jesus,
down
like,
after
he
a
almost
big
scored.
return
Shoot.
that was almost a whole lot bigger. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing, Mensah. Grabbed behind the line, it's Fletcher. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Still running at the 40. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He'll take a shot. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Hurricane!
And that's exactly what the offense what's needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Warren. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The run inside. It's Owens. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He rifles one deep down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. Hits the crease. And he scores! Touchdown, Aggies!
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half. The defense needs to start making adjustments.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. The
Yeah,
return
you
never
try to
really
choose
got
the
started,
offense and
but
this
boy,
shit
he has
backfiring. Go
set
and quit
his
for me,
team up at
dog.
the 28.
And that's the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
And the Aggies can really attack on this second and short. They'll go right back to it. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on third down.
They'll try to get it in with the run.
Can't use
he's
the
in.
tackle. Ah!
Touchdown, Aggie.
Garbage!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return.
More.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's Mensa to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. It's Fletcher. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And love offenses that are willing to find matchups and take advantage of it. Like, use your running back in the middle of the field. You want to use a linebacker, so be it. He can beat it. This guy has really good speed, really good ball skills, and I like the way they're using him out of the backfield.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Past the 45.
Oh, man, that's not going to help you score. He's killing the time.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down.
It's not going to help your score, buddy. Thank you. To the house we go. Quit for me, you cheesing son of a bitch. At the top, yeah. Oh, damn, that's still a lot of games to play. Goddamn. All right. Maybe one more won't hurt, I guess. She don't want to let me play. Damn, that's tough. Let me take a fucking break. Sit only at the top, yeah. Already lonely at the top.
The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Elko before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Fielded in the end zone, it's Warren. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's Reed. He'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd
might have a chance. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Running inside. It's Owens. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him?
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Reed. Throws to the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. This offense has it with really good field position. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Going to the run, it's Jackson. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Saying. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Splits the uprights. Good. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. The defense just gives back its mini victory of forcing the field goal try with the roughing the kicker penalty, and now they'll have to come up with a stop in the red zone. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. They'll turn to the jet sweep to try to convert. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Now, 4th down.